All right, now one of the things I want to talk about real quick is that carbs aren't bad because a lot of people seem to have these negative associations when it comes to carbs. So I just want to put some things into perspective real quick. Now, the average male can store 300 to 400 grams of carbs in muscle, and as long as muscle glycogen stores aren't close to being full, you won't convert carbs into fat. For example, let's say the average male is sedentary. They're going to use 100 to 150 grams for fuel per day, whereas if they weight trained, they'd use 2 to 3 times that amount, roughly 300 grams per day. Now, if the sedentary person consumes 500 grams of carbs in a day, muscle glycogen stores are going to start to fill up real fast. But if the weight training person consumes 300 grams of carbs in a day, they don't have to worry about converting any of that into fat. So it's not the carbs that are bad, but rather excess carbs, which can be, and excess is relative to the individual and how they choose to live their life. Now, not only are carbs not bad, they also, number one, provide you with energy to train harder and longer with less negative drawbacks. Number two, facilitate a greater pump, which promotes growth and will improve recovery. Number three, increase the mTOR response to training, both pre and post workout. Number four, they limit cortisol, which does a couple of things. Number one, it facilitates more muscle to be built. And number two, it can stimulate greater fat loss by increasing metabolic rate because chronic cortisol elevation can decrease the conversion of T4 to T3, which effectively slows the metabolism. Number five, because cortisol increases the conversion of noradrenaline into adrenaline, by limiting cortisol, you also limit adrenaline, which is why it's not so bad to have carbs at night. And number six, they can increase serotonin. The bigger the meal, the greater the carbs, the more tryptophan absorption, the more serotonin you can produce. So having a large meal at the end of the day or after a stressful event can be used to boost serotonin, which makes you feel good, chill, relaxed, and carefree.